Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene Rains. I am a pharmacist, a Christian, and also an educator. So today we are going to be dealing with the topic how to excel at your workplace or excelling at your workplace. So I'll be sharing with you 5 tips on how to excel at your workplace. So tip number 1. But before we delve into tip number 1, I want you to comment down below. Are you a new employee? Have you just been posted to a new project? Or are you finding anything at your workplace quite difficult that you want me to help you to throw more light at it? Okay, so let's now delve into tip number 1. Love your profession. Now, I know that many people are not actually practicing what they studied. And I know that some people are practicing what they studied. But nevertheless, what I'm trying to teach you now is how to excel at your current job. I believe in this principle. I just coined up the word because from personal experience, success begets success. That is to say, success gives birth to success. So when you are succeeding in this current job, whether it's your dream job or if it's just something you are doing for the meantime, there's an assurance that you will do well in the next place you are going to. So we're talking about how to succeed where we are at in our current job, in our current profession, in our current organization. So today, the first tip that I will be giving is love your profession. Whether it's what you studied or if it's something you just came by. Let me use that word. Love your profession. If you don't love your profession, it's going to show in your attitude towards work. You'll just be going day to day like you are being forced to go to the job, or you're just living paycheck to paycheck. You're just here. You hear some people saying, I'm just here for the paycheck. No, that's a very, very bad attitude to work. You can't just say you are here for the paycheck. No. You have to love your profession. Now, even if you don't like the profession in its entirety, look for one thing about the profession or your job that you love. For example, how your profession affects humanity or affects the society. If you're in a kind of job that has positive impact in the society, you can love that about your job and use that as your motivation. You said, I might not like everything about this job, but because this work or this organization does this for the society or helps humanity in this way, this is why I love it. You just need one reason, and that's you're good to go. You can get many more reasons, but having that reason is fantastic. Having that one reason is very fantastic. Number 2, put in the hard work. If you are just recently transferred to a new department, or you are assigned a new project, or you are just a new employee in a new organization, the truth is you have to put in that initial hard work. That's the truth. You have to burn those late night candles if need be. You have to do the research. You have to work extra hard. You're not doing it for anybody to clap for you per se, but you have to just understand your current situation. I'm in a new project. I'm in a new department. I'm in a new organization as a new employee. Some people come and they just want things to fall into place just like that. No, you have to learn the ropes, and learning the ropes takes time. Learning the ropes takes that extra effort. So you have to be willing to put in that extra effort to learn the ropes and get the right result. If you put in the effort, you will get the right result. So don't just sit back and say, oh, and just expect things to magically happen on their own. Nothing would magically happen on its own. You just have to put in that effort to get the result you're looking for. Because also you don't want people to see you as incompetent and lazy. You don't want to give yourself a bad name from the get-go. No. You don't want that. Number 3, set your own personal standards. How do you go about setting your own personal standards that will help you excel in your workplace? First of all, the first thing to do is to find your companies or organizations' key performance indicators, how would you be rated in that organization? How would you be scored in that organization? When you have found out the key performance indicators for yourself or for your team, then you set a personal standard that is way higher than that of the organization. That way, you find yourself naturally and effortlessly beating the company's targets. And you know that you are not just a local champion, because somebody might be a high-flying employee in this particular organization because probably the company's standards are not too high. Then he moves to another company with very high standards and starts finding it difficult to cope. Okay, that is why you always have to set standards that are bigger than your environment. Okay, so that is that. Find out the key performance indicators, set standards that are bigger than that, and make sure you beat your own personal target. So what you are trying to do, you are trying to beat your own personal target, and at the same time you just find yourself flying over all the company's targets, and you're just beating it effortlessly. You are thriving, and you're not thriving to do that. What you are trying to do is to meet your own personal target. So that helps you to become one of the high flying employees or high flying staffs in the organization. Number 4, my tip number 4 for you today is ask questions. I mean it, yes. Ask questions. Don't be too shy to ask questions. Don't be too big to ask questions. You have to ask questions if you want to succeed. Ask from your superiors. Ask from your colleagues. Ask from your subordinates. There are benefits in asking questions. It will save you lots of time, effort, stress. You will get the job done in no time if you just humble yourself and ask someone who knows better to explain to you. Another thing asking questions also does is that, especially when you ask your subordinates, it opens you up to them. It puts you in a positive light before their eyes. They see you as someone who is very relatable. They don't see you as that boss, So when they also have questions, they would much more likely ask you, because they feel you are the kind of person they can talk to, and you become a team player. You have this positive energy around you in the office. So ask questions. Don't be too shy and don't be too intimidated to ask from your superiors. One thing I do is I ask my superiors a lot. Okay, because I was always good at asking questions. Anything I don't know, I don't pretend like I know it. I ask you point blank. I ask you, how is this done? So we're having a performance assessment, and one thing my direct supervisor wrote about me, she wrote, Irene is very teachable. When I saw it, I smiled, because out of the pack, I'm always the one, asking her, Ma, how can we get this done? How can we do this? And she loves to explain. She has this motherly. So out of the whole pack, there's one person she wants to groom, and that's me. Why? Because I keep asking questions. So she wrote that as part of her assessment of me. She said, Irene is very teachable. And when they say somebody is teachable, I think that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. So keep asking questions. Number 5. Learn or improve on skills that make your work easier and make your work stand out. That's just the truth. Now, for these are for people who have stayed a long time in an organization. You get into the routine. You know how to do this, and you just stay there. You have plateaued. You have accepted being an average staff or an average performer. No, you have to go outside to learn, outside of your circle, to learn new skills, or you improve on an existing skill that will make your work faster. For example, if a particular report takes you 2 hours and you... So as I was saying, tip number 4, learn or improve on skills that make your work easier and stand out. Now, if you have gotten into the routine of the organization, you have gotten into the grind, you already know, you have learned the ropes, it's easy for you to just relax and plateau there as an average performer. No. You have to continually learn new skills, continually learn or improve on the skill you know. that will make your work easier, faster, and stand out. For example, if it takes you 2 hours to prepare a particular report and you learn something new on Excel that you didn't know before and cuts down your time to roughly an hour, then you have just bought yourself extra 1 hour of productivity. You can now channel that extra 1 hour into doing something else that will save you time. So you see that learning that new or improving on your basic Excel skills has given you 1 extra hour, which is fabulous. You can make your work easier, less tedious by learning new skills. For example, a skill people don't know is how to work remotely. You see someone climbing from this downstairs, upstairs, going to this place, going to the other person, consulting with this staff, doing that, doing this other one. Do you know you can work remotely? You can be on your decks, you can be in your office, you are connecting to staffs in the whole country. But it's a skill you have to learn. It's called working remotely. You don't have to go downstairs to ask Mr. James this. You don't have to go to the next floor to ask Mrs. James that. But you see some people, they just keep perambulating the whole organization. No. So that's a skill, working remotely. You can learn to work with people who are far. Get them to send you reports, collate it. What's the name of this stuff? Where you can actually analyze a particular document with 3-4 people online. There's just many things you can add up to your skills that will make your work, easier, faster, and stand out. Another thing, learn new presentation skills. Yes, I don't know how your organization is set up, but if you're in an organization whereby you have to, make presentations from time to time, you can't be that person who has this black and white, bland presentations every time. You say, don't worry, I know what to say. I know what I'm talking about. No, you can make your presentations more beautiful, more colorful, more engaging, more pleasant to the eyes. You can just put in that extra effort to make yourself stand out. Okay? So there are numerous new skills you can learn or improve on your existing skills. If you're in the IT sector, go and learn SQL, go and learn Python, many other things many other skills on that, data management, if that's what you do, project management, if that's what you do. For myself, I work in the development sector. Don't worry, I will make another video on that. So the skills are unending. You can always add more to what you already know, and to make your work easier, smarter, and stand out. My bonus tip for today, I said it was 5 tips we are going to be sharing today. So I have a bonus tip, and that's tip number 6. I know I've been giving you the boost on how to stand out as an employee or as a staff, become a high-flying staff, become a high-flying employee. But I want to say here that it's not all about you. You have to remember that colleague of yours. You have to remember that subordinate of yours that needs help. That person everybody complains about. Oh, you are the weakest link. Oh, she doesn't get her. There's somebody who needs help. Remember to lend a helping hand to your team members. Remember to lend a helping hand when necessary. I'm not asking you to become the kind of person that everybody dumps their work on because you have a good heart and people just want to take advantage of you and they just keep dumping their work on you. No. Learn to lend a helping hand when necessary. Okay? Help people out in your workplace. Teach them new skills too that you know, and it helps you become a better team player. So thank you very much for staying with me all through the video. I'm so glad that you watched from the beginning up to this very point. I want to know what you learned today. I'm very sure you learned something. I'm very sure, because I make sure that my content is something that when somebody watches my videos, you go back with something. So I'm sure you have learned something that you can apply in your workplace. So I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. I would like for you to also click on the like button. Leave me a comment so that I can like your comment, read it and like your comment. I also want you to turn on the notification button. Why should you turn on the notification button? So that you'll be the first to know whenever I put up a new video, a new educative video, a new video that you would learn something from. So that is that for today. Once again, thank you very much for watching up to this point. God bless you. I remain Irene Rains, your favorite pharmacist, Christian, and also an educator. See you in my next video. Bye.